Open this safe, and 15 million will be yours. The billionaire's voice echoed through the marble hall like a sentence. He smiled with superiority, surrounded by reporters, security guards, and curious onlookers who pretended to find it amusing. The man loved the sound of his own power, that kind of laugh only those who have never been contradicted know. In the background, the cleaning lady Maria scrubbed the floor silently, trying to ignore the spectacle. But she couldn't. Because behind her, her daughter Isabella, an 8-year-old black girl, curious and restless, raised her eyes to the silver safe that gleamed under the white lights of the ceiling. The contrast was striking. On one side, exaggerated luxury. On the other, the innocence that still believed that every door has a way of being opened. The billionaire swirled his whiskey glass, savoring the moment as if watching a private show. "Come on, anyone dare?" he teased with biting irony. None of those present responded. Then a soft, childlike voice broke the silence. "I can try." The entire room turned to look at her. Isabella walked with small but firm steps, while her anxious mother whispered, "Daughter, no." The girl looked at the safe with the same attention as someone observing a mystery. "Sometimes the secret is in the simple things," she murmured. The billionaire laughed, finding it a charming joke. "Well, if you succeed, my little one, the 15 million are yours." The cameras started rolling, smiles multiplied, but no one imagined that this little girl was about to teach a lesson worth far more than all the money in the world. Before we delve into this amazing story, tell me which city and state you're watching from. Leave a comment and I'll reply with gratitude. And while you're at it, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and like this video. We want to share more stories like this. "You have 45 seconds, little girl." The billionaire's voice cut through the air like a gong of defiance. Reporters drew closer, the sound of cameras began to ring out, and the main hall transformed into a stage of pure tension. The man grinned disdainfully, holding the golden stopwatch in his hand, an expensive toy that was now worth more for the provocation than for the time it measured. 45 seconds to change your life, or to learn that the dreams of the poor are nothing but fantasy. The audience laughed. It was the laughter of those who never doubt themselves. Isabella took a deep breath. She was only 8 years old, but there was something in those brown eyes that intimidated even the most powerful man in the city. Beside her, her mother Maria trembled. Her simple uniform was soaked with sweat, and her heart pounded erratically. "Daughter, don't do that. He just wants to laugh at us." But Isabella kept her gaze steady. "Mum, he won't laugh for long." The phrase echoed like a promise. The billionaire, between mockery and curiosity, leaned over the silver safe. "This safe is programmed with Swiss technology, little one. Nobody, not even my security guards, knows the code." He winked at the audience, confident. "But if you succeed, 15 million are yours, a rich man's promise." Then he raised his watch, and an almost solemn silence fell. 3, 2, 1, go! The stopwatch started ticking, the sound of the seconds rumbling like thunder. 44, 43, 42. Isabella approached the safe, ignoring the murmur. She touched the glass panel and observed it as if it were breathing. The display reflected her face, and for a moment, the metallic gleam mingled with the pure gaze of someone who doesn't fear the impossible. "These machines aren't just made of metal, they're made of the people who create them," she murmured. She remembered every afternoon she waited for her mother in the office. Every time the billionaire hurriedly typed in the code, he always made the same movement. He pressed the first number twice, frowned, and smiled contentedly. She had seen it dozens of times, like someone memorizing the sound of a song. 38, 37, 36. The billionaire swirled his whiskey glass confidently. She doesn't even know where to begin. But at that moment, Isabella closed her eyes. She touched the first button, then the second, the third. A pattern of sounds began to emerge, soft, almost melodic. The people around her fell silent. It was as if she were dancing with the panel, her small fingers moving delicately. The timer ticked mercilessly. 25, 24, 23. "Come on, girl, time's running out!" someone shouted from the audience, but Isabella didn't hurry. She smiled slightly. Maria wept silently, murmuring a prayer, and the billionaire, who had been amused, now began to frown. The room was immersed in a strange energy, a mixture of disbelief and hope. 12, 11, 10. The panel flickered. A metallic clang reverberated off the walls. The billionaire took a step forward. "This is impossible." 9, 8, 7. Isabella pressed the last button. A dry click echoed. The sound of the mechanism turning filled the room, followed by a final click. The green light came on. 0 seconds. The safe was open. For a moment, no one breathed. Then a collective shout erupted. "She did it!" The crowd cheered, cameras flashed. Maria fell to her knees, sobbing with emotion. Isabella, calm, turned to the billionaire and smiled. "It's open, young man." He stood motionless, his face pale, the glass trembling in his hand. He approached, touched the still warm panel. How did you do that?" His voice, once arrogant, now sounded like that of a lost man. Isabella shrugged. "I only saw you do it, several times." The laughter died down. A dense silence fell. The billionaire felt something break inside, his pride perhaps. But there was more. Because when he looked inside the safe, he saw something that shocked him. An old, yellowed photograph hidden among documents. He picked up the portrait with trembling hands. It was a black woman holding a baby. The same expression, the same gaze that now stared back at him. Isabella's gaze. His world crumbled in seconds. The memory hit him like a punch. Years ago, when he was just a young businessman, he fell in love with Maria, the nanny who looked after his parents' house. Their love was stifled by shame and fear of others' opinions. They fired her. He never saw her again. But that photo, that baby in her arms, proved that fate exacts a high price for secrets. "Maria," he murmured, his voice faltering. She tried to look away but couldn't. Tears streamed down her face silently. "I told you I didn't need to prove anything," she whispered. "I just wanted to raise my daughter away from this pain." The cameras were still rolling. The stunned audience witnessed a twist impossible to ignore. A billionaire exposed, kneeling before his own shame. He dropped the glass on the floor, the sound of shattering glass echoing like a confession. "This girl, is she my daughter?" he asked, almost in despair. Isabella looked at him. "I think so, young man." And the simplicity of the answer was more cruel than any accusation. He fell to his knees, his arrogance dripping with his tears. He tried to speak, but no words came out. For the first time, that man, who had never heard a no, was speechless. The journalists approached, microphones at the ready. "Mr. Gustavo, do you confirm that the girl is your daughter?" He looked up, devastated. "I confirm." The headlines were born instantly. Billionaire discovers daughter in $15 million challenge. Amid the ensuing chaos, Maria hugged Isabella tightly. The billionaire tried to approach, but hesitated. "I don't deserve forgiveness." The girl looked at him tenderly. "But you have to try, right?" He laughed through tears. A strange, tired human laugh. In the following days, the story spread throughout the country. The video went viral. The little girl opening the safe in 45 seconds, the billionaire crying, the final hug. Social media was divided between shock and judgment, but no one remained indifferent. Gustavo closed the company for a week. He fired half of the board of directors, sold some of his assets, and created a foundation in the girl's name. Isabella Institute, aimed at educating underprivileged children. At the inauguration, months later, Maria watched from the audience with tears in her eyes. Gustavo went up on stage with Isabella by his side. He held the microphone and said, "For years I thought money made me powerful, but it was an 8-year-old girl who taught me what courage is." The audience gave her a standing ovation. Isabella looked at him and whispered, "Now you understand what it means to open a real safe." He smiled. "The one in your heart, right?" She nodded, and the two embraced under the bright spotlights. Outside, the sun set golden, reflecting off the windows of the new foundation. For a moment, the world seemed a better place, and in the old, now empty safe, only the photograph remained, an eternal reminder that some secrets are not meant to be kept, but to be set free. And if this story touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone you love. Click now to share it. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the upcoming stories we're preparing with great care for you.